Hi, exploring whiskey people.
Welcome back. I'm Eric.
And I'm Kevin, and this is Exploring Whiskey, where we'll be sampling whiskeys from around the world.
And today, we are finishing up the Buffalo Trace lineup, and you are in for a treat because today we are going bottom shelf.
Yep. When you get to that liquor store, look down for these guys. It's kind of funny, there's a similarity to a lot of these, but there's a mash bill. There's all that. It's all shared with the other bourbons that they have, but there's just a huge difference in quality, taste, all that kind of stuff, and price, and ability to find.
Yeah.
So overall, we have Ancient Age. This bourbon is the mash bill 2, so it is more along the lines of Blanton's, I think, has the mash bill 2. A little bit higher rye, more in the 15 to 20% high rye percentage, wheat, barley, things like that. They don't share their percentages, but both the Benchmark and the Old Charter are mash bill 1, just like Buffalo Trace, just like Eagle Rare, just like the Wellers, just like Pappy. It's amazing what, I don't know, a combination of age, location, and type of barrel could do.
I feel like with Buffalo Traces, I think it's all where they're located in the barn.
In the warehouse.
Yep, in the warehouse. I follow some social media sites, and I do get some emails periodically, and some of those themes in those emails is the top bourbons under $30. I will say some emails and some of the listings I've seen, these have all fallen into that category. I think what we got here was it $16, $18, and $30. So
all 1.75.
Yeah.
So when you break that down to a normal sized bottle, sub $20 for all of these, basically. It's, a preference, I'm sure, for mixing. Why not? If you're just going to throw some soda in it and you're looking for a little bit of flavor, they have flavor. Tasted all of them before. They have flavor. It's just not necessarily something I'd want to go for a neat pour. But speaking of a neat pour, let's start with the Ancient Age. So we got a quality plastic bottle with a lot of similarities between this plastic bottle and the plastic bottle for Benchmark. Pours nicely.
Yeah. Appreciate the heavy pour on this one.
Sure. I knew you'd enjoy. That is super light.
Very light in color.
A little bit more like amber color, a little yellowy. This should be at least 36 months. No, that's this one that says at least 36 months. So there's no age statement exactly on here, but at least 36 months. So at least 3 years sitting in the barrel.
I get, right out of the gate, I get a very heavy caramel note.
Wow. Yeah, that is a strong, sweet, sugary caramel. Yeah, that is the right. Are you a caramel or caramel?
I'm caramel.
You're caramel. All right, good.
You get vanilla, strong vanilla too.
Yep.
I feel like sometimes in some bourbons, those two go kind of hand in hand.
Yeah, you know what? There's a decent amount of oil sitting in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's I don't know. Wasn't expecting that exactly.
All right, I'm going in.
I'm still oh, that was a strong vanilla. Just got that note real strong.
It's not very potent. No, there's no burn. It's ridiculously smooth. I get bananas.
And cinnamon. What's that, Bananas Foster's?
Bananas Foster's, I was just thinking that.
Yeah, there's a cinnamon, just really light cinnamon spice note to it, but there's bananas. There's
banana lingers.
Honey, sweetness, Banana Foster's is really a great, that's kind of it, which is funny. I got no banana in that nose.
No, not on the nose, but man, that was the first thing that came to mind off that first sip.
And not the Forester's type bananas. But that's more of a banana bread.
Mm-hmm.
But, boy, just kind of disappears, doesn't it?
I tell you what, for $16, it's not. I've had worse.
Yeah.
Obviously had better.
I've had worse. There's no question about I've had worse. I have had better.
I think overall, I mean, like I said, I think this is for $16. It's not a bad bourbon.
No.
It's got a lot to the nose. It's, I think, very heavy to the palate. Bananas and cinnamon. I think after that, it kind of flattens out a little bit. But there's zero burn to it.
The length, if you're looking for something that's going to sit there for a little while and it's going to be complex and you're going to see layers as you're sampling, that's not it. It is very simple. It is, that caramel, vanilla, sweet kind of nose, a sweet taste with a little bit of a cinnamon to it, and then it just kind of like disappears gently.
Yes.
But
if you're a beginner, I mean,
$18 for a 1.75. Okay. It's not a bad thing to have sitting around for a mixer, for throwing that in with a ginger ale, or throwing that in if you'd like a really mild Manhattan, or if you're looking to introduce someone to bourbons, this probably isn't too bad. You're not going to overpower their palates.
No, there's no burn to it all. So yeah, beginners, not want to spend a lot of money, kind of ease their way in. This is a perfect one to start neat. And I recommend sampling neat.
Yes. At 80 proof and as watery, kind of weak as it is, neat is the right way to roll. So next we're going to move on to Benchmark. Also, at least 36 months old. It is it's the mash bill 1, like I said, so it's going to be, it should have similar notes to Buffalo Trace, to Eagle Rare, to Weller. I'm not going to bet on that. It is proof down. It's 80 proof, so it is a little bit of a softer proof. $18 for that bottle. Again, probably not a horrible thing if you just want to have a drinker sitting around. But yeah,
let's just try. Let's get into it.
Yeah, give her a pour.
Label looks familiar. That black with white writing.
Yeah. The fact that we're in Tennessee.
Yep.
And this says black with white writing with number 8, not number 7, is a little interesting.
Oof. No, sweet to the nose, but there's more behind this one.
That is more of that's butterscotch, not caramel. It's a different, same line, different, just a slightly different sweet.
Candy corn?
Syrupy? Yeah, kind of.
Candy corn with the yellow top, not the brown top.
There is a difference. That's true.
The chocolate top.
It's not bad. It's not a bad smell. It's not a overly strong ethanol or any of that. It's not medicinal.
To the nose, I like this one better than that one.
Well, taste it, see what happens.
There's a little bit of lag. Not on tongue, but.
I actually taste a little more ethanol in that.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's not as smooth as Ancient Age.
It's not overpowering, but it doesn't, like, it exists. It's not non-existent like the Ancient Age. So I like that a little bit. So I'm okay with that. The nose and the palate are really the same. Mm-hmm. It's butterscotch, corn syrup, corn mustiness to it. Sweet. Same kind of color. It's that light, like ambery color. Yeah, there is a pretty solid amount of oil sitting on that. Wonder if it's just a filtration thing that they do.
Yeah.
The interesting part with Benchmark is this used to be produced by Four Roses.
When Seagram's owned it.
When Seagram's owned it. When Seagram sold to Kirin, the Japanese beer, it moved over to Sazerac, who owns Buffalo Trace and all that other fun stuff. The McAfee, then they changed the name. They added and I don't know if it's McAfee, if it's McAfee, whatever it is, that's when they added that to the label after the brothers that did a lot of the
they surveyed or found the property.
Surveying the property where the current Buffalo Trace Distillery is.
Who would have thought something that when you walk into a liquor store, you really have to kind of look down your shoes to find all of these. This one would have been sold twice.
Yeah. Somebody's like, ooh, I want to buy that.
Sold twice. I would never would have guessed that. Never. But it's not that bad.
You know what? That's a better mixer. Now that I think of it, it's going to have a little bit more of a flavor that will stand up to your soda. That's a better mixer. This is probably better neat for an intro person.
This one's too sweet. It has that whole bananas flavor, I think, would throw it off in a Coca-Cola, mixing with Coke or
Coke
a ginger ale or a Sprite. This one would be better than that one for that. But overall,
it's not bad. It
That-
really isn't. I like the fact that it's got a little bit more to it on the finish, even though they're both 80 proof. But
This one, if it was at 90 proof, I'd be very interested to see what it'd be like.
that'd be good proofed up.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little watered down, a little watery on the notes. Everything's a little muted. Yeah, slightly higher proof. That might be Buffalo Trace. 90 proof is Buffalo Trace.
Yep.
So
I can see why that could fall in the
top cheap bourbons.
top bourbons under $30.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
I totally agree. Totally agree.
For $18. But yeah.
All right, this one's fun. Old Charter. The only bottle that's actually glass in this. So for the 1.75, this one was really close to $30. So again, you're talking about for a 750 milliliter bottle, you're still talking, I think, like $18, $19 for that. Honestly, I could only find the bigger bottles on the bottom shelf. So I think that also leads to they're used for mixers.
I've seen these two in the smaller, the 750s.
I also haven't looked. I mean, I was looking for very specific brands. These were the brands I was looking for. As soon as I saw them, I didn't care what the size of the bottle was. I was buying them. And there we go. So, Old Charter. This has got a little jaded history. Old Charter, and I'm not sure exactly what year it changed over, actually used to be an 8-year-old bourbon. And you can see on the label here, and the 8 is still very, very prominent. So when they redesigned the label to take off the fact that it was 8-year-old bourbon, they left the 8s, and they actually got sued for the fact that they are misrepresenting the fact that it's an 8-year-old bourbon instead of, even though it's not anymore. It's more along the lines of that 3 to 4 year that we're seeing from these other bourbons.
I wish they still had the 8. I'd love to taste it.
It'd be interesting to see what that would be like difference-wise. So we'll throw this out, see what happens. A lot of the same ideas. It's mash bill 1, so it's 80 proof, and it's got the nice little pour spout.
To the nose, this has more of that bourbon smell to it. Slightly more ethanol.
Which again, odd. All 80 proof. All
Yeah.
3 of them are 80 proof. No ethanol. A little bit on the taste. I agree.
Yeah.
You get it on the nose. But still sweet on the nose.
Sweet.
But not the candy. It's
No.
not like, it's not the caramel. It's not the butterscotch
Candy corn.
candy corn syrup. It's more of a, I don't know. Is it honey? It's not that sweet. It's not overly sweet. It's just
No.
interesting. Very neat. Well,
I can't pick up what it is. I've smelled this smell before, but I can't remember.
that is not the best taste I've ever had. Sorry.
No.
That is significantly drier on the palate. It's it's not medicinal, but it's herbally. It's not like the sweet candy that you're getting from these bourbons. And these are the same mash bill.
I would rank them this way. If I had to pick them.
Yeah, that's probably, I think this has more utility. Something is funny on the finish there.
Yeah.
That has there is a sweetness there. It's not a super vanilla. It's not a candy corn. The nose isn't bad by any means.
No, the nose it gives you more of that bourbon feel to it compared to these two. But it doesn't taste nearly as good as those two.
What is that taste? It's like, it dries out really fast. Is it, not a lot of oil there.
No.
So
it's
that's
enough.
part of the reason why it disappears. And there's a little, but it's not even like what we were seeing out of those two.
I mean, the color across the board is very, very similar. I mean, maybe the plastic versus glass might throw it off just a little bit, but I think looking through,
they're very
similar.
very similar, which makes sense because they're all aged in the same ballpark of years or months.
Whew, man, taste is.
The nose and it's not strong. It's very faint. It's light. It's not overpowering. It's not a bad nose, but the taste is real dry, real wood barrel tanniny. Maybe is that?
Even aerating in your mouth, it doesn't change it. It doesn't bring anything else out.
No, there's just a little ethanol burn and barrel. I'm gonna say barrel. It's not. That's it, and then it disappears pretty quick.
It's probably on the first floor. It just stays on the first floor
First floor in the corner in the middle,
for 8 years.
not near anything, so it doesn't fluctuate at all. Yeah, for quote unquote 8 years. That is oddly enough. That is the most disappointing. I think overall, if you look at the labels, I mean, they're not the fanciest of labels. They're not putting in a lot for marketing for these. But that is a really overall solid bourbon.
Yep.
I could drink that. Like, that's definitely something that I could easily drink and be okay.
You do blind taste tests with all these. I'm really curious to see what people would think they were.
Well, I kind of did that.
You did. Yeah, I know.
So when I bought these two, I actually poured them for, we were at a gathering, and I poured them and didn't tell anybody what they were. Said, "Here, try it. Let me know what your thoughts are." I will say I think more people like that than that. Mm-hmm. I agree. I did not have that bottle at the time. I think that would have really won over some people, and they would have been really happy for an 80 proof bourbon with pretty good flavor, pretty good nose, not super long or complex finish, but a good finish.
Maybe an infinity pour of all three.
Blend them. I don't think I'd want to blend that in there. I don't know what it adds. Like this, at least this would offset that, and there would be some.
Wouldn't be so as sweet.
Yeah. I don't know what that adds. Very dry.
Yeah.
Very it just pulls that right out of there. So totally agree.
Be curious to see how long these bottles last on your bar.
Well, my guess is that will go first. That'll be here for a while, and that's going to hang out for a while. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's definitely unfortunate. So you moved the bottles, and you're messing me all up now. So this was here like this. Yes. All right. So that's that, and that. Yeah, I'm going to agree. Now I'm going to go back. A/B test.
I finished all mine, except for my last pour. Nursing the old Charter.
Wow, that is so sweet. That is sweet, but yeah, candy corn, so strong right now. I don't know. I'm going to finish with this guy.
Well, this has been a fun episode, finishing up Buffalo Trace. We had Ancient Age, Benchmark, Old Charter. I've enjoyed it. I think you have as well.
It's been fun to see how things can be different versus a Blanton's build, a Buffalo Trace Eagle Rare Weller build. Just a barrel and a location really makes a difference.
Well, as always, we appreciate you viewing this episode. And if you like what you saw and you'd like to see more, we appreciate you hit the like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified every time that we put out a new show.
Look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Cheers.